All right. We are all very fortunate souls. Shri Krishna has given us this fortune, this time, this wisdom. More than anything, I feel the wisdom that he has given us to choose wisely how to spend our time. For some people in India, it is late night, but I see them coming to these classes and I feel very proud of all of you. You have a lot of choices. You could just start the TV and watch the TV, but still you chose, no, let's attend the Gita class. It's a blessing by Lord himself that he inspired you all to come to these classes. So with that blessing, we will start now. Krishna is our Guru. We surrender to him. And with that surrender, we start understanding the chapters of Gita. Om ajïäna-timirändhasya jïänäïjana-çaläkayä unmélitaà yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale swayam rupah kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutpad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. We started the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, first chapter. I will just read the translation one more time, because where we ended last time was Duryodhan talking to his teacher, Dronacharya, and showing him the military of the other side of Pandavas. Duryodhan tells his teacher, Dronacharya, that look at their party. Yes, Pandavas' party has a lot of stalwarts, great warriors. But, oh Gurudev, look at our party also. We have really some great heroes in our side who are going to support me, and they are ready to lay down their lives for me. And that is where we stopped. This is one point where I always stop, because I always want to tell people the power of words. When Vyasadeva writes a narration, and when he uses the words in Sanskrit, every word that he has used can be explained in many different ways, many different ways. there is a certain bhava to all the words. So you can bring out all the bhava. Bhava means the essence of that thing from those words. And if it suits that narration, then that meaning is accepted. There is a shloka which is usually used for Vishnu, sometimes it is used for Ganesha when we do the prayer. It is called Shuklambardaram Vishnum Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. So this shloka I said, right? So most of the people will say, oh, this is for Ganesha because they worship Ganesha through that mantra. I will send you the mantra. Shuklambardaram Vishnum Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Some people will say this is for Vishnu, and then some people will say this is for Ganesha. Because this mantra does not clearly indicate who that person is. This mantra will only indicate the qualities of that person. Somebody who is like Shuklambardaram, somebody who is like goldenish or whitish. Shukla is mostly white or any shades of white. Somebody who is very bright and shining, and Shuklambardaram, he is wearing clothes which are very bright. And Shuklambardaram Vishnu. Vishnu means somebody who is pervading everywhere. Vishnu does not mean one form. Shuklambardaram Vishnu Shashi Varnam. Shashi is moon, who has a color like that of moon, who is very shining, bright, golden, and also has color like a moon, somewhat yellowish, goldenish. Shuklambardaram Vishnu Shashi Varnam, and who is spread everywhere. Chaturbhujam, he has 4 hands. Shuklambardaram Vishnu Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet. His face is very smiling, and we should remember on that. Sarva Vignopashantaye. It removes all the obstacles. Aman has sent the shloka. We meditate on, now he has written Sri Vishnu. He has taken a form because he took it from the meaning, okay? So many people will say, oh, this shloka is talking about Vishnu. But no, Vishnu has another name. That word Vishnu, Vishnu does not mean the Vishnu form. Vishnu means somebody who is pervading everywhere. Vi means, it comes from that word Vih. From V comes Vishnu. V means all pervading, all directions. So that which is pervading in all directions, which is bright in color, Shukla color, which is bright in color. And it has an appearance like that of a moon. It looks like a round moon. And who is having 4 hands. And he's always smiling. We meditate on him. So when I said all pervading, now it is all open for anybody to put their form in that all pervading. Is Ganesha not all pervading? There is a thing called Atharva Shirsh where we pray for Ganesha. And when you read that Atharva Shirsh, none of the shloka will tell we are talking about Ganesha. Every letter, every word will say about something that is pervading everywhere. And in the end, we apply that to Ganesha. Same way this shloka, where it used the word Vishnu, a Vishnu follower will say, this is for Vishnu. A Ganesha follower will say, no, but this is for Ganesha. Because that is how it is in Atharva Shirsh. So 2 meaning came out of the Vishnu. My teacher, for fun's sake, gave us 2 more different meanings. This is funny. He said this shloka also means there's an Indian delicacy called dahi vada. If you can put a picture of dahi vada, it means dahi vada. You know what is dahi vada? Dahi means yogurt. And vada is like fritters. Okay. So we have this lentil, we take this lentil and we fry them and we make vadas out of that. And then those vadas, we put it in a plate and then spread dahi. Dahi means yogurt all over it. And that vada is very soft. So this is covered with yogurt, and below that is that golden colored vadas. So my teacher said, this shloka means dahi vada. I'm like, how? He's like, yeah, I remember that round, golden thing, which is having a white color spread over it, yogurt. Exactly. And it is spread with white yogurt and with smiling face. We can have it with all the 4 hands. And after eating that vada, all our obstacles, the obstacles means we were hungry, all the obstacles are gone and we are happy. So this shloka means dahi vada. So same shloka, how he interpreted and gave me. Another meaning he gave. This means coins, gold coins. Something that is shining, shuklam, bright. Something that is round. And if we get it from 4 hands, it removes all obstacles. And that is gold coins, silver coins. So the same shloka can mean something else. I took this example to give you the power of Sanskrit, the power of Sanskrit words. That language is a very beautiful language. Some of the poetry in that language is like beyond, it is so intelligent. So Vyasadeva, when we are reading this, we are using only few of those things and I'm trying to explain. But I can go hours on every word I can go for hours. That's how beautiful Bhagavad Gita is and how many hundreds of meanings will come from each and every word. We call Vedas as cows. We milk them. So Gita is like that cow. The words in Gita are like that cow. We milk it. And we get different essence out of these words of Gita. The words are very powerful. Words are made out of Akshar. Akshar means, in English, it means alphabets. What English people will say alphabets, we call it Akshar. Akshar means which never get destroyed. It is always there. English has alphabets A, B, C, D, and all those things. Our alphabets are different. Ka, kha, ga, gha, cha, cha, ja, jha, like that. And that also, our alphabets has a syntax, has a order, has a scientific order. Sanskrit alphabets. They can be grouped. And every alphabet of Sanskrit has a different energy in it. These alphabets of Sanskrit, when we join together, we will make words. Words is called Shabd. So there is Akshar and there is Shabd. Akshar, Shabd. Akshar means alphabet. Shabd means words. Akshar means which does not go away, it will remain always. Shabd or the word is carrying that energy and they will remain always. Shabd will carry, means words will carry that energy. It's like if I praise you, if I tell you some good words, some loving words, those words are carrying some energy. They are carrying the energy of love, and you will like it, whether I meet you or not. That energy of love will always stay with you. If I hurt you, if I tell bad things about you, those words have carried that energy and they are always going to remain with you. Every time you think of me, if I hurted you, every time you think of me, you will get angry, annoyed. You will also, in anger, in your mind, say some words to me by which you are venting out your response to anger. Those words, even if I am not there, those angry words, whatever you have spoken, are going to be there always. The feeling, the vibration. Akshara, alphabet is equal to Akshar. Akshar is called as Brahma. I'm repeating again. Alphabets. Sanskrit word is Akshar. That which is infallible. That which is permanent. And Akshar is called as Brahma. Brahma means God's energy. Shabda. Shabda means words. Words are called Shabd. Shabd is Brahma. Brahma means energy of God. All the words that you say will remain. They will create an energy, and that energy is going to remain. That energy, whatever you have created, first you will be the one who will be affected before affecting others. If I fill my heart with love, I speak good words to you, I am the one who will first feel happy because my heart is full of love. And then I give that love to you, you feel it. If I fake it out, in my mind, I hate you. Even though I'm using the Shabda, but that Shabda will carry an energy of hatred. I may say, oh, you're so good, but in my mind, I don't like you. The words are spoken, but those words will take that energy of hatred from me, even though the words you have spoken is, oh, I love you. First, that fakeness in my heart will affect me. Later on, no matter how fake I will be with you, that fakeness, that fake vibe will affect our relationship in the future. So words are very powerful. Words, when used with the right vibe, right energy, they help you, they help others. Words are very powerful if they are used with negative energy. They first destroy you, then destroy others. That is why words or Shabd is called God. Brahma, super energy. Always use right words in your life. Always. Spiritual person is not just a person who knows mantras. Spiritual person is a person who is aware. Who is aware under all circumstances. Spiritual person will not let out words which will be a source of problem for himself and others. He has to be very, 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 very careful in his mind, in his thoughts, not just fake it out. whatever is in your mind will come out from your mouth one day. Yad mansa dhyayet tad vacha vadasi. Tat karmanam karoti tat phalam apnoti. My dad taught me this in a very young age. And it was, when I was like in 6th, 7th grade, I remember he first time he taught me and I wrote it down in the paper and I started to memorize it. But how to apply it, that application came later in life. At that time, but I understood the essence of it. My dad used to tell. Yad mansa dhyayet, all sins start from your mind. Yad mansa dhyayet tad vacha vadasi. That whatever you're thinking in your mind will come out from your speech. Tat karmanam karoti, and then you will be doing those actions. Tat phalam apnoti, that phal you will get. You will have to eat that. So always be clear in your mind. The world may go in a very wrong direction. But you always be clear first here. Then your voice, then whatever you speak will be correct, and whatever actions you will do will be correct. I was listening to my Vaishnava Guru. As I told you, when I was reading Mahabharata without a Guru, I was criticizing everything about it. But when you learn it from the Guru, he gives a different picture. Like any normal person, I used to criticize Yuddishthir. What did he do? What was the necessity of this dice? Unless I heard it from my Guru, until I heard it from my Guru, my Vaishnava Guru. And he was explaining in Mahabharata, and he said, when Yuddishthir and all these Pandavas were given they lost the game of dice, they were in exile. They were going from jungle to jungle. So the first year, there is one incident mentioned in Mahabharata where Draupadi is very angry. She says she's angry at her husband's decisions. She criticizes him left and right. Then the brothers, Arjun sits down, talks to him. Bheem gets very angry. Bheem is hot-blooded. He is very angry. He's like, what did you do, brother? Because of your decision, we are all sitting here in the jungle. He said that. We all are so powerful. They took our kingdom. They gave such an insult to Draupadi. All because of a wrong decision. They did it all. They didn't do it. They didn't play a fair game. We all know it. They were unjust. We lost to all these cunning people who were bad. And you took that, and now we are suffering because of you. We still have the power. Let's go get our kingdom back. Let's give them a fight. Why are you allowing this to happen? Why we have to suffer for 12 years? We want our kingdom back. Let's fight. Let's do this. One day they were so upset. All the 4 brothers and Draupadi, they just got angry on Yuddishthir. And Yuddishthir was sitting there listening. Calm, composed. Yuddishthir is called Dharmaraj. Righteous, the most righteous person. And these people are telling, we could have our prestige back. These people are torturers. Let's kill them. We don't want them. Let's get back our kingdom. We can live luxuriously. We built in the Prasth. They took that also from us. Yuddishthir heard everything without losing his calm. He didn't get angry. After everybody went out, he just said, I agree. I agree with whatever you say. Because of me, you have to go through a lot of troubles. But Yes, I agree with you. They played unfairly. But just because they played unfairly and I played fairly and I lost, I will not lose my righteousness and not become like them. When I was playing the game, I was fairly, whatever the bet was led upon, I accepted the terms and conditions. I accepted in front of my gurus that if I lose, I will go to the exile. I gave this promise in front of my gurus and I lost. Yes, they were unfair. They were wrong. But I will not go wrong. Do you want me to break that promise I took in front of my gurus? I told them for 12 years I lost it. I have to go. I have to suffer. I will suffer my actions because of which you're also in trouble. I understand your problems. But I will not follow the path of wrong. I will not. If I have given a promise to my gurus, in front of my gurus, if I said some words, those words are powerful. They mean a lot to me. For you people, probably the kingdom, the richness, the luxury is of importance. But those things that you're telling it to me, to fight with these wrong people for the kingdom, for the luxury, for the wealth, I'm telling you, Bheem and Draupadi and all of you, they mean nothing to me. I am not hungry for the kingdom. I cannot be going on my wrong way the way Duryodhan did. They don't have anything for me. I'm not attracted towards them. I will not lose my righteousness under any circumstances. If I can build one Indraprasth, I can build another Indraprasth. But for this thing, if I have to fight, I don't think so that's the right thing. I will not do it. Whatever I did it in front of my gurus. I will still follow the path of righteousness. That was Yuddishthir's character. So strong. Under all trials, mistakes everybody do. Wrong decisions everybody takes. But following the path of righteousness is very hard. Yuddishthir is doing that. Not only this one incident, there are so many. There's Yaksha Prashna where Yuddishthir answers some questions. His intelligence. He was such a strong follower of Dharma. When he says like that all this kingdom means nothing to me. Nothing. The path of righteousness is my wealth. And I will always be on this righteous path. When he says that, all Draupadi and Bheem and Arjun, they calm down. They start crying. They say, brother, we are sorry. We got carried away. Brother, we feel bad to see you suffering like this. You are the right person to be on the throne. We feel sad for you. That's why we are uttering these words, but we really don't mean it. We know how good you are, how righteous you are. We will support you. This was a strength of Yuddishthir. Path of righteousness. That was the strength of Yuddishthir. And all his people, they were following the same path of righteousness. Krishna is always on the side of people who are following this righteousness. And the righteousness is in your mind. Okay, it is not recording. Let me just see if I can record. I think I am the host. Hopefully I'm the host. Okay, I will just record it. Don't worry. Okay. I'll record it on my computer. Don't worry. So, Krishna is on the side of righteous people. When we see this war, certain characters are coming out, as I showed you about Yuddishthir. I've told you about Draupadi also. I've told you about Arjun. Arjun was not an ignorant person. He had all the knowledge and all the power. But still, Krishna chose him as a representative to give us this knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. So when we were reading last time, Duryodhan comes. Duryodhan's father's character came out very clearly in the first shloka. He says, my sons and Pandu's sons. Well, you both are brothers. You are their uncle. They were fatherless. Are they not your kids? No. He says clearly, what is happening, oh Sanjay, tell me, what is happening between my sons and those people? You are the king. You are like father to them. And you're talking this language. And then his son, Duryodhan, goes on pointing everybody. And in pride he says, there are many heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. As I told you, Vyasdev will not use any words without any purpose. Through this very statement, 9th shloka, Vyasdev has indicated Duryodhan's pride and the words that he has spoken will be the reason of his death. The words that he spoke with so much power, with so much feeling, that all of these are going to are going to die for my sake. So be it. It will be. Very, very important lesson for all of us. When we speak, we should be aware of what we are speaking. Casually also, don't speak any negative words. Try as much as possible to use positive words. Whatever you want to convey, use it with the right words. I always give this example to people. Sometimes they'll say, oh, I'm in so much debt. I'm in so much debt. I'm in so much debt. My salary is not enough to remove my debt. Every month I get the check and every month I'm paying my debt. This is how they talk. Because debt is their biggest concern. The more you repeat debt, it doesn't help you. The debt will continue. Power of words. Because your mind is related with debt and your mind is getting conditioned saying, whatever I earn, it is going to only be for the debt. All you want is to be debt free, right? All you want is there has to be enough money that you don't have to think of anything. Everything is paid off. So that's how you have to start telling yourself, I have enough money and everything is good. Everything is taken care of. I have enough money. Everything is taken care of. Every month, everything is paid off and I'm still left with money. I still have money in the bank. Every month, this is one way to live life. Or the other way to, no matter how much I'm earning, I'm only paying my debt. This is another way to live life. You will have money in your bank also. You don't see that. Oh, that is what, I don't know. People say like this, they have so much money, savings. They'll say, what? That saving is nothing. What if one day I get cancer? All saving will be gone. And I'm like, God has given you brains. Why are you always saying that? One day I will get cancer and everything will go. This is just like Duryodhan. Appreciate what you have. Enjoy life at this moment. God, thank you for this good health. You have taken care of me till 50 years of age. I know, God, you will take care of me the next, whatever you have given. God, I'm very relaxed because you have given me enough, so much money in the bank, so much to eat daily. God, you have given me such nice house. God, you have given me friends. You have given me people. You have given me teacher. You have given me Bhagavad Gita. You have given me so much good knowledge. You made me what I am. How many things we have with us to appreciate, but what do we train ourselves? Only to speak those things, which really, I mean, to me, I feel like, no, you have to change your mind. I always give this example to people. When you sit down to meditate, sit down, meditate. First you sit down, relax. Take deep breath. Now when you are peaceful, just sit down. Are you peaceful? Yes, I'm very peaceful. You have to meditate on the light. Yes, I'm meditating on the light. You have to meditate on Om. Yes, I'm meditating on the Om. You can think of Vrindavan. Yes, I'm thinking of Vrindavan. Oh, but don't think of the monkey, okay? I said, don't think of the monkey. Immediately the monkey will come to you. Don't think of that red monkey in the auto rickshaw. That red monkey in the auto rickshaw will come to you in your mind. I was teaching you, think of Vrindavan, you thought. And I told you, don't think of the monkey. But you still thought. Why? Don't think. Does your mind not understand? Don't think. Why did it think of monkey? Even after giving the instruction, don't think. Understand this. This is a very deep concept. Because the mind does not know negative states. Mind knows objects. If you're always talking about debt, I don't want to have debt, I don't want to have debt, I don't want to have debt. Mind does not know, do not know. Mind will think of debt. If you tell, I want to have money, I want to have money, I want to have money, mind will think of money. I want to think of God, I want to think of God, I want to think of God, mind will think of God. I want to be happy, 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 mind will think of happiness. I don't want to be sad, I don't want to be sad, I don't want to be sad, mind will think of sadness. Mind knows the objects. Train your mind. Spiritual person is an aware person. Aware person. He understands what he is speaking. He understands main thing is in the mind. The mind has to be very powerful. Always speak that thing that you want. Do not speak otherwise. Here, Duryodhan's example is very important because Duryodhan says, everybody is going to die for me. So be it. All right. So now we'll go to the 10th shloka. He says, our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. Look at his pride. All of you must now give full support to grandfather Bhishma as you stand at your respective strategic points of interest of entrance into the phalanx of the army. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly and making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhan joy. After that, the conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells. What are the sounds I'll take? Because there are some prominent names here. So we are going to take those names. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayaha Poundram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhimakarma Vikodaraha. This slok number 15 that I chanted right now. Lord Krishna here is called with one name. It is called as Hrishikesh. He blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjun blew his Devadatta. Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean task, blew his terrific conch shell called Poundra. I will read the purport of the slok number 15 too. Lord Krishna is referred as Hrishikesh in this verse because he is the owner of all senses. So one of the name of Krishna here is Hrishikesh. Vyas didn't write Krishna. He said Hrishikesh. Hrishikesh means who is the owner of all senses. Lord Krishna is in everyone and he is the owner of everybody's senses. And here he is owning the senses of Arjuna. Not only Arjuna. Everybody in that war. You will come to know Krishna is in everything. So he is the owner of all senses. So he is called as Hrishikesh. The living entities are part and parcel of him. And therefore, the senses of the living entities are also part and parcel of his senses. The impersonalists cannot account for the senses of the living entities. And therefore, they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal. The Lord, situated in the hearts of all the living entities, directs their senses. But he directs in terms of surrender of the living entity. And in the case of pure devotee, he directly controls the senses. Here on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the transcendental senses of Arjun, and thus his particular name is Hrishikesh. The Lord has different names according to his different activities. For example, his name is Madhusudan because he killed the demon named Madhu. So there are two names you learn today. Hrishikesha, that is Krishna's name, controller of the senses. His name is Madhusudan. He killed a demon called Madhu, but Madhu also means pride. Madhu has two meanings. One is pride, and also it has meaning happiness also. So Madhu, based on the situation, the meanings will come out. So here he is called Madhusudan. Madhusudan means who destroys the pride. So that is one other name. And his name is Govinda, third name. Govinda means one who gives pleasure to go. Go means cows. One meaning. But go has other meanings also. Go means cows. Go means mind. Go means your senses. Go means earth. Go means the whole universe. That is why he lives in Go-loka. Loka means planet of Go, means the whole universe, highest planet, they'll say. So Go has so many meanings. Cows, mind, senses, earth, universe, everything is Go. Krishna lives in everything. Krishna is beyond everything. His name is Govinda because he gives pleasure to the cows. He gives pleasure to the mind. He gives pleasure to the senses. He gives pleasure to the earth. He gives pleasure to the universe. He gives pleasure to everyone. That is why he is called Govinda. Got it? So Hrishikesh, Madhusudan, Govinda. Then the third name comes. His name is Devaki Nandan. Nandan means who gives happiness. Devaki Nandan means he gives happiness to his mother. Mother is Devaki. His name is Yashoda Nandan. Who gives happiness? To Yashoda. He had two mothers, Devaki and Yashoda, who gives happiness to Yashoda. His name is Parth Sarathi. Sarathi means charioteer. He's moving the chariot of Parth. Parth means Arjun. Parth also has one meaning: living entities. We are all made out of earth element. From dust we go, we come, in dust we go. We say, no, there is a quote in Bible or somewhere. We all come from earth, all these 5 elements. So all living entities are Parth. Parth has another meaning. Parth means living entities. And Parth also means Arjuna. Sarathi means charioteer. So charioteer of Arjuna or charioteer of all of us. Our body is made out of, we are living entities. So he is our charioteer. He gives pleasure to our senses. He is the charioteer of our senses. He holds the leash of our senses. So he is Partha Sarathi. Another name. So Hrishikesh, we told, similarly his name is Hrishikesh because he gave direction to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjun is also referred as Dhananjaya, Arjun's name. So till now we are learning Krishna's name. Here Arjun is referred as Dhananjaya because he helped his elder brother in fetching wealth when it was required by the king to make different expenditures for different sacrifices. Similarly, Bhima is called Vrikodar, who can eat voraciously, as he could perform Herculean tasks. So he is referred with that Bhim, to whom Duryodhan says, oh, he is there, but his power is not so great. Here Vyasdev indicates, you have no idea what he is. He is Vrikodar. And he goes on, when we read Mahabharata, his character comes out like he can kill anybody. That kind of power he has. So he is Vrikodar. And he can perform a Herculean task, like killing the demon Hidimba. So the particular types of conch shells blown by the different personalities on the side of Pandavas, beginning with the lords, were all very encouraging to the fighting soldiers. On the other side, there were no such credits, nor the presence of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Bread Director, nor that of Goddess Fortune. Oh, once again, have they taken the name of? No, they have not taken. Okay, nor that of the Goddess of Fortune. So they were predestined to lose the battle. And that was the message announced by the sound of the conch shells. Ananta Vijayam. Okay, I'll just read this thing. King Yuddishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell, the Anant Vijay. Nakul and Sahadeva blew Sughosh and Mani Pushpak, the great archer of the king of Kashi, the great fighter Sikhandi, Drishtadumna, Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki, Drupad, the sons of Draupadi, and others, O king, such as the mighty armed son of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shell. So I just finished reading 16 to 18 shlokas, their translation, okay, the meaning. I'm not getting too much into the characters now. Wherever there is Krishna, I will try to focus on that because each and every character has different meaning. As I told you, first chapter itself will take a long time, but we have to get into the second chapter. 19th shloka, the blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritrashtra. At that time, Arjun, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot, bearing the flag marked Hanuman. So here in the war, Hanuman Ji is always there. We always pray to Hanuman Ji, and whenever there is a whenever there is a recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, or wherever there is kirtans happening, it is said that Lord Hanuman is always there. Whenever, when I started speaking on Bhagavad and all, my first training by my guru was, say it to Hanuman Ji. You should not think who is listening. And that is the training I have always in my head. Even now in Zoom, I don't see you. I have not met most of you. For me, even though these names are there, but beyond all the names, I feel like when I open this and I start the first shloka, it is like Hanuman Ji sitting. I am only telling it to him. My gurus are sitting. I'm only telling it to him, to them. So Hanuman Ji is always there. And wherever there is Hanuman Ji, it is indicative victory is there for sure. And obviously, Lord Ram became as Krishna and Hanuman Ji has to be there. How can he be without Hanuman Ji? Hanuman Ji is the brother of Bhima. Both are Pavan Putra. So we should know, Bheem is not ordinary. That is why he's able to perform this Herculean task. So these stories are there. All right. So here, Hanuman Ji is there. He took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritrashtra, drawn in military, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna with these words. So Arjun said, Arjun Uvacha 21 to 22. Senayorubayor madhye ratham sthapay me achyuta yavad eta niriksheham yodhu kaman avasthitan kair maya saha yodhvam asmin rana samudyame. Arjun said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I might see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. I will read the purport of this. It's a nice purport for 21-22. Although Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. He never fails, Krishna, never fails in his affection for his devotees. And he is addressed herein as infallible. So the word here used for Krishna is Achyut. So today we learned so many names of Krishna. All of them have certain name. Here, Vyasdev used the word. Arjuna says, O Achyut. First line says, Senayor ubhayor madhe ratham sthapay me Achyuta. Achyut. Achyut means the infallible. Krishna is infallible. Means Krishna is Krishna, he is God. Here he has become even though he is taking the chariot of his friend Arjun, that doesn't bring his position down. It's like there are two friends. If I offer to take you, you are my friend. If I offer to take you, okay, I'll drive you and I'll take you to some place. So I take you on a friendly basis. We are both friends and we are going out on a drive and I drive you. That doesn't make me your driver. It doesn't bring my position down. I am me, your friend. So same way. Even though Krishna is taking the chariot of his friend, he is not the driver. His position does not change. He is God who has become, out of his causeless mercy, he has become the friend, and out of his more causeless mercy, he is leading the chariot. When you read Mahabharata, Krishna goes out of his way, in the night when everybody has come from the war, because he is not fighting, right? He's only doing the chariot. And everybody comes out from the war and they're all tired. They go back to their camp and everybody is sleeping so deeply. And all these horses, their legs are paining because they also fought. Krishna goes in the night to the stables. He takes oil, massages all these horses. The horses are showing so much love to Krishna, and Krishna is loving them and giving them all the energy that they need so that they can also sleep well. And Krishna does not sleep. In the night, he's guarding the camp. He ensures everybody gets everything. Everybody gets proper sleeps. so that they are refreshed for the next day's war. That is Krishna. Can you imagine? He goes to the stables, cleans the stables, taking care of the horses, taking care of everybody. He does not fall down. He is God. He's doing it all out of love for his loved ones. This is Krishna. Although he had accepted the position of a charioteer for his devotee, his supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is Hrishikesha, the Lord of the total senses. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord. And similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes greater pleasure in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous position of ordering him than he does in being the giver of orders. Since he is the master, everyone is under his orders and no one is above him to order him. But when he finds that a pure devotee is ordering him, he obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is the infallible master in all circumstances. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Arjun had no desire to fight with his cousins and brothers, but he was forced to come into the battlefield by the obstinacy of Duryodhan, who was never agreeable to any peaceful negotiation. Therefore, he was very anxious to see who was the leading person present at the battlefield. Although there was no question of peacemaking endeavor on the battlefield, he wanted to see them again and to see how much they were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. So Krishna here they say, Krishna likes to take order from his devotees. It's just like, as parents, when our kids are small, our kids they like to order us. Mom, do this, mom, do that. We like those orders. It doesn't make our position small. We doesn't, if they are ordering us out of love, we like those orders. We are not always we always don't want to give orders to others, right? So it's just like that. Friends, if they show us that, oh, you're mine and I'm ordering you to do this, get me this, get me that, we love that. Our friend may call us, get coffee for me. He gives us an order, get a coffee for me. Oh, while you're going there, pick up something like this. Can you help me with this? Can you help me? Tomorrow I have a party. Can you come to my home and help me with the kitchen work? Don't our friends give us these orders sometimes? We go to people's homes. We have a party. We clean up their kitchen also sometimes and come back. So when we are doing all this, these are loving exchanges between friends. Nobody becomes bigger or smaller here. Like a kid can order their parents. The parent's position does not change. The parent is parent only. The kid is kid only. Friends are friend only. Same way. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He takes all these orders. Arjuna is saying, oh Krishna, please take this chariot in the middle of the battlefield. I want to see who all are standing and who all want to fight. So Krishna is taking the chariot. He's taking the orders from Arjuna. But this is a friendly give and take, friendly relation that is happening here. So Arjun says, let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritrashtra. After this, Arjun, Krishna is taking the chariot there and Sanjay is sitting there in Delhi, in Hastinapur with Dhritrashtra. Sanjay is the narrator. Sanjay says, O king, so I can see Krishna is taking the chariot to the battlefield. And Sanjay says, O descendant of Bharata, having thus being addressed by Arjun, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties. So this comes in Shloka number 24. Eva mukto Hrishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayorubayor Madhye Sthapitva Ratha Uttamam. Sanjay says, Sanjay, with Dhritrashtra, who is seeing everything. He says, Hrishikesh, Lord Shri Krishna, took the chariot of Gudakesha Arjuna. Who is Gudakesha? Gudakesha means, Gudaka means sleep. Someone who has conquered his sleep is called Gudakesha. Arjuna's name here is called as Gudakesha. Arjuna has conquered his sleep. Means that's how alert Arjuna is. Conquered his sleep means these people were for 12 years going from one forest to another in exile, 13 years. When the family is in the jungle, Arjuna's duty was to protect them. So Arjuna would, he would be awake the whole night, and when they are moving from one place to another, he would sleep on the horses. That's how prepared he was. So he says, Gudakesha, somebody who has conquered his sleep, means he's that expert. He's that alert. And also Gudakesha means, sleep means ignorance. Somebody who has conquered his ignorance is called Gudakesha. So this Arjun, whom Krishna is taking, Arjun is not an ignorant person. Arjun has conquered his ignorance. And Krishna, who is holding his senses, is taking him to show him who all are there. And in the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, just behold Parth, all the Kurus assembled here. And Krishna said, look Parth, look Arjuna, look all these people who are assembled here. There, Arjuna could see within the midst of both the parties, his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers. When the son of Kunti, Arjun saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed and spoke thus. After that, so what he spoke, Arjun goes there, he sees everybody. Even though he was referred as Gudakesha, somebody who is conquered ignorance, even though such a person who has all the knowledge, at that moment when he sees all his loved ones standing against him fighting, he's overwhelmed by compassion. Compassion overcomes him and he forgets what is right, what is wrong, why is he here. And he starts speaking out of compassion for them. And that compassion is not the right kind of compassion, because that compassion was for his family, for his people. But Arjun is an army person, he's a military man. A military man's compassion is for the whole country. It cannot be for only his family. Arjun was the warrior class. Arjun was the king class. The person born in kingly family has a duty, not only towards his family, towards the entire nation, so he has to fight. So he's overcome by compassion and he will speak his mind out to his best friend, Krishna. What he will speak, we will read it tomorrow. But before I end the class, Darius had asked me a question. I will just answer that question. Last time also he asked, but then I was not knowing the story, and then he shared the story with me. So the story was from Ramayana Uttarkand, and the story was about Shambuk. Yes, the story was about Yep. Story was about Shambuk Vadh, a Shudra who was performing sadhana and Vedic mantras, and Rama killed him. Well, it is mentioned in the Uttarakhand. After you said, I read all the pages and I went there. The reason why he was killed and the way it is explained in English, people have given the explanation that he killed a Shudra because the Shudra wanted to go into heaven. No. First of all, understand Shudra, because you said here, 1 second, let me just say. But you said probably a very delicate topic and has many versions. Scripture can be corrupted. Yes, that one reason is acceptable. Sometimes some stories are interpolated. That I can accept. So possibly the story could also be there. But I will take it as, because this is a way we have to understand. Even if the story was put in there, but we have to understand certain concepts, we have to make it clear. Second, circumstances of Satyuga did not permitted Shudra to attend heaven. No, it is not about that. I will tell you. Third, but then comes the question. The gods allowed asuras to make sadhanas even back then and not Shudras, who were just low people, servants or lower caste. Were demons allowed, but not men? So I will explain you. First of all, understand the concept of Shudra. When we will go in the Gita only, in chapter, I don't remember the chapter, but he will explain that Krishna says, I created this four levels. Okay. Chaturvarnam Maya Shishta. Chaturvarna, it is called Varna. Okay. If you say caste, then the mind gets very corrupted. 4 divisions of society I created, he says. How did I create? He says there are only 2 qualities. Guna karma vibhagashaha. By their qualities and by the kind of work that they are doing, I created these 4 divisions of society. Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and the Shudra. What happened? What Krishna created, that got corrupted again by people. People started saying only the person who is born in this caste is that caste. But Krishna is not like that. When he gave this knowledge of Gita, he very clearly says, this knowledge of Gita is for the Shudras also. When we read the chapters, you will come to know, and I will point out those points again. He says, this knowledge is for all women. This knowledge is for Shudras. Specifically use the word Shudras because people in future will corrupt that knowledge also. He knew that. The Brahmins, those so-called intelligent people, they will do that. The exploitation has happened. So Krishna knew, and he says, this Gita knowledge that I'm giving is for everybody. Same Krishna. He has said, this knowledge is for the dog eaters, Chandal. In those times, there are certain people who eat dogs. Even today, in Vietnam and all, people eat dogs. So in our country, those dog eaters will call as Chandal. It's a name. It's like people from Mongolia are called Mongolian. People from Korea are called Korean. Similarly, we had names, for these communities who eat dogs are Chandals. So dog eaters are Chandal. So there are dog eaters. So Krishna, when he was giving the knowledge of Gita, he made it very clear. This knowledge is for dog eaters also. Because the Brahmins will claim it is only for us. So all these little bit things that has happened, when you read Gita, Krishna opens up the eyes. So he says 4 divisions I made: the Brahmin, the Kshatriya. Brahmin is those people who have a different kind of intelligence, a different kind of thinking. They can very easily understand the things in scriptures. But you give them the gun, they cannot shoot. They cannot. They are strategists. They can think. But you give them the gun or any other weapon, they will shiver. They can't. But they are intelligent class. So these are Brahmanas who can think higher things. Then there is another class who is the warrior class. Army men, fighters, protectors. Then there is a third class. Third means, it doesn't mean the order is up high and all. It is just division. Understand? 4 divisions. So the third division is businessmen. They are also very intelligent. You talk to them about money and finance and this numbers. I am very poor at numbers. When me and Namaja, we went for a trip, Namaja knows my situation. Gaurav also knows it. I am so poor in numbers. You give me money, I'll be like standing with that. What to do with this now? That's not my nature. And I gave the accounts to Gaurav or Namasya, like this, they will do it. It's their nature. They're good in finance. So by nature, Namasya, who is in the class, Namasya is like a Vaishya by nature. Some people are very good businessmen. They have business ideas. Like crazy, they can, whatever they touch, they have the Midas touch. They'll make money out of it. Some people cannot. You give me any scripture, I can understand. I just have to flip pages of scriptures and it will just dawn into me. But you talk to me about money and I'll be like, I don't know anything. So by nature, I have got these Brahminical qualities. And by birth also, I'm born in a Brahmin family. But by nature also. And by work, I'm doing the same work. I'm only teaching. I'm doing the work of a Brahmana. So by my nature, by my work, I am a Brahmana. Got it? By my nature, I'm a Brahmana. Say if I go into business and I'm doing some business and earning money. So by nature, I'm a Brahmana, but by my work, I am a Vaishya. Say I'm a Brahmana by my nature. My nature is Brahmana. But then I get into military. I am taught all the military weapons and everything. And to be like a military man, I have to have that nature in me. I will change my eating habits and everything. So then by work, I am a Kshatriya. And then there is a fourth division, which is called the Shudra. Shudra are the people who cannot be like any of these three. But they are very good at something else. I have gardeners, who come and take care of my lawn. The way they take care of the lawn, I cannot even think. I have tried gardening, but I am really not good. But the way they do it, their families after families, they'll get their kids also. They know how to cut the plants properly, to trim them, and they know what fertilizer particularly to add, how to till the ground. They know it very well. They're very good at it. Very natural. You call people for masonry, to build houses. They know what bricks to take, what concrete to put, how to build the whole house. They can build it. For me, I can only draw a picture of the house because I can think. I cannot build. I will need their help to build. So those who can do things like this were called as the labor class or the Shudras. It doesn't mean that they are lower caste. This caste system came later on for voting. People divided the country for voting. It's human made. It's not God made. God made it based on the nature and their work that they are doing. And God said very clearly, if intelligence, because intelligence level of Brahmanas, he says, if intelligence is Brahmanas, Shudras are my feet. Feet means somebody who is on their feet always. Shudras means somebody who's on their feet, who can work. Can you imagine? If the feet is not there, will the head stay? And he says, Kshatriyas are my hands. He said that. Vaishyas are my stomach. Can all these three, the stomach, the hand, and this, stay without the Shudras? Without the feet? All the four are equally important in the society. There is no higher, there is no lower. The caste system, the lower caste system was a vote bank that was created. So first of all, that concept has to be clear. Then comes so what you said, just because he was doing a Shudra, just because he was of lower caste, was it not allowed to do sadhana? No, it was not the thing like that at all. It was not made by God at all, understand? Second, before I read the story and then I flipped the previous stories, the person who was doing these sadhanas, the way he was doing his position was he was lying upside down. And when Rama spoke to him, Rama understood. His intention was not to go to heaven. His intention was just like the Asuras, to destroy heaven or to capture heaven. God has made different systems. Certain kind of energy will dwell in certain planets, certain kind of energy will dwell in certain planets. So this, you dwell in your planet. Why do you want to go on another planet? It's the same way how countries try to attack other countries. God, you have gotten some place to stay. No, stay there. Why do you want to attack other countries? If you attack, then somebody will come and attack you. So when this story comes, before that, there were mentions of so many other demons over there, and the demons had these plans to destroy this devatas. Same way, Shambhuk's mind was also, the sadhanas that he was doing was with a bad intent. And Rama was the king. His duty is to protect anybody who has come under his refuge. The devatas came to Rama's refuge, and Rama went to him and he understood the intent of Shambhuk, and he said, okay, Shambhuk's intent is not right, not nice. That's why he has to give him the punishment that is required. And that was done at that time. So it was not caste-based. Understand, Krishna or Rama's intention is not a higher caste, lower caste. No, this is not caste-based. This was intention-based. If somebody's intention is wrong, somebody is doing a sadhana to kill others with bad intention. There are sadhanas with bad intention. If somebody is going to do a sadhana with bad intention and destroy good people, then yes, Ram will interfere and kill that person. So that was the whole concept of the story. Got it? So I hope you understood the caste system. It was only for a vote. It is not done by Shudras are as equally important as the Brahmanas, as the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas. Anything? I will just unmute. I think everybody's unmuted. Hopefully, any more questions here?
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Good, good.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
All right. All right. Understood. Who knows how the translation goes to conquer heaven or to attain heaven is its fundamental difference. Still, it was not. It was said the Shudras couldn't practice sadhana in that yuga. If Shambhuk was with negative intent, then yes, highly understandable. Yes. Shudras could not practice. Yeah, as I told you, this was all done by the society later. But when you read the Bhagavad Gita, it becomes very clear, very, very clear. That is why Bhagavad Gita is the greatest knowledge ever given. It has removed all doubts of the past books or anything. Everything, all knowledge is here, and it have very, very clear words. There will, in scriptures, you will find a lot of contradictions. But if you understand Gita and you understand the concepts, then when you read the scriptures, and that too you understand it through a guru, then all the misconceptions will go away. For me, that is how it happened. When I started reading it through my guru, the misconceptions went away. All right. Thank you for the effort to explain that controversial. All right. You're welcome. And we'll see you tomorrow then. Okay. Jai Ma. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Ma. Let's all enjoy Prabhu Rupi Dahi Vadas now.
Good, good. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.